Hi, welcome to Speak Up. In this episode, we're going to be talking about racism in school and how it can affect students. First up, we're going to have Oscar, who will be reading out a couple answers that were submitted by DIS students in an anonymous survey.
First one is, this is outside of school, but it was a student who experienced racism. They say, yes, I have mostly outside, whether I'm out in the evening or at night. I get some people, both sober and drunk, telling me that I am stealing their jobs from their children. Or on other occasions, people have told me that I should die or that I should be killed. Some also replace kill with deported. I have experienced this both in Germany as well as America, both in Republican and Democratic states.
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's clearly extreme.
No, that's not extreme. It's really normal. Happened to me also.
That's not good though. It's not good that it's normal.
I mean, as it's not something surprising to happen. It happens to me. It happens to my mom. Happens to my family.
Did this ever happen to me?
I think the word kill here is very big. Kill and deported. I don't think I've experienced racism. I haven't experienced racism myself, but I have seen people inflict racism, and I have never heard the word kill or deported in that.
It's like just say this. So
It's very extreme.
personally, I don't know.
I mean, people can say that you should die, but it's never you should die because of your skin color.
So my personal experience, say whenever there's Eid or something, I'm at the mosque. There was always some person that's called, go to hell or go back to your country.
Were they targeting you directly, standing outside of your mosque the whole time, or they would just walk in?
Yeah, one time we had this very big event at Grocery Cotton, not Grocery Cotton. So they parked near it, and a lot of people were just coming by, and they were trying to throw stuff at us, they were trying to scream at us, trying to kids
How long ago?
Really, because I live really close to the Grocery Cotton, and when I'm
not Grocery Cotton, not Grocery.
How was this incident?
July of 2022.
2022, so just last year. Wow, because
the holiday is when people have time to inflict racism on people.
When people have free times. And also, say when
what do you like to do in your free time?
And also, I feel bad for my mother personally because she's a hijabi woman, and she always target people might look at her weirdly. I just feel bad because I can't protect her.
Can we just clarify what a hijab is for people?
Hijab is this headscarf that is used mainly on women. And it's not something that they're forced to do. It's something that is this is true. It's used to protect their beauty from people that want to take it away. It's supposed to protect.
It's religious.
Yeah, it's a religious thing that's used to protect a woman's beauty, and because women considered very important in Islam, and they find the headscarf or the covering up the body will protect them from people that are perverts or want to or to do stuff to them just because they're the way they look. It's not something forced. It's something based on their choice. They don't have to wear it. It's looked upon in a nice way, but it's not forced. I know many people that are Muslim and don't want to wear it, or they find that it's too young to wear. They want to stay until before marriage or after college or before college or after finishing school, or maybe when they go back to the whole country, they finish school here.
What about not at all?
Yep, have at it. It's not a force. They don't want to force people to do it. Just ask them just one thing: just cover up your body and your face and your hair. It's your option. It's mandatory, and you can it's your life. You choose.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yes. So, also you said both sober and drunk. Now I've heard people say that drunk words are sober thoughts.
I think definitely the people who inflict racism when drunk are younger, and the people who are sober are usually the older.
The older generation.
And, I mean, at school, there's not a lot of old people, but I think we can see racism at school by the teachers, bias. I don't know, some teachers might be doing bias grading or picking on the white.
Or have you ever seen?
I don't think I have seen bias grading, but I have read that
No,
In our
not in our school.
not in our school, but
in
Other schools, there's definitely bias.
yeah, like our school is like very nice because it's a diverse school. Not all teachers.
Yeah, it's an international school. There's so many diverse,
Yeah, they
so many religions, so many ethnicities here.
and but
I still think there's racism going on.
Yeah, like no, not from the teachers. Teachers they try to try to stop it, but they're not successful every time. It's mainly students. Students find it based on, like say, color of the skin, religion, just the basic stuff.
Don't you have an example?
I don't think teachers ever like say anything.
no.
I mean, one time, like this was actually pretty recent, a couple weeks ago. I was in class, and now I'm not black, but I do have darker skin, and one of my classmates was like mad at me for some reason. Actually, I don't think she was mad at me. I don't remember that well, but she called me an effing N-word, which honestly doesn't apply to me.
Like most people say the N-word based, they don't say it just to the black people. They say it.
Like, did I mention that in episode 1, actually? No. I did.
It doesn't matter. We can use that example.
Yeah, like the N-word's not used only to black people. It's used to everyone that's of a darker skin color.
But it's like,
Yeah.
That's a misconception. I'm
Like-
pretty sure. Definitely a misconception.
the origin of the word is for black
It's
people.
for black people mainly, but now most people
Mainly.
say it to.
Yeah, now, but like,
Yeah, like now.
I've seen someone ask an Asian.
Yeah, that what happens to me. Like, oh, guess it, or they say the N-word in front of me. They're like, oh, and they laugh.
that
Yeah,
actually brings me to another point that people like don't consider me Asian, even though the country that I'm from is in the same continent. It's in Asia, so therefore I am Asian.
And I think that could also be based off skin color.
Stereotype.
yeah, like
Stereotypes in skin color. You know, Asians with their split eyes.
or like saying in African, it's like someone that's like that doesn't have food or drink, or like just speaks in like clicks, like this, just like that.
I mean, there is a language.
Yeah, there is a language like that, but not all Africans do. It's like most like South.
But that actually have been cool language to learn. Like,
Yeah, it's really cool, but not all people do that. Like you should like base someone just on the skin color. You don't say, okay, if you see a white person, you tell, oh, you're from the deep south of America. You own a farm. You have a ranch. You have a Ford F-150 truck. Like you won't say that to a white person. See them tell them that. You don't say you speak fluent English and you speak no other language. You get like Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes every.
you don't know what's up.
Yeah, you don't know.
We don't know where America is on a map.
Yeah, America is just the world. Everyone else is America. You love Hollywood. You go to LA every single day. Like you can say it's a white person.
It's not a stereotype.
Yeah, I have so much.
There are a lot. Yeah.
Especially for white people, I think there's a lot more stereotypes than
Yeah, a lot more stereotypes.
one of them could be a white person is racist.
A white person.
But like a lot of people don't consider European white. When they think white, they mostly think Americans, like they're the stupid ones,
Yeah, and-
cows.
Okay, I want to go back to
Yeah, that's like
in school and the N-word.
let's talk about
N-word is used a lot at school,
Yeah,
especially here in Germany. They don't fully know what it means,
No.
but I think they do.
Also, most students' parents that maybe like from like I heard this from a couple people like from like Eastern Europe. The N-word is like normal in the language. They might the parents or like grandparents might use it in a conversation, and like it passes on to their children. They don't understand it; just hear the parents saying it, and like they just find it.
I think it's
Yeah, they
So,
think it's cool. And my dad says so. I say like however I want.
so. Let's talk about another submission.
Quote. I had never experienced any direct racism in a place where I felt comfortable, although I have got some implicit racism, like people asking me if I can speak English or if I worshipped cows, and many other racist Hindu stereotypes. I really ever felt like these comments come from any sort of resentment, such just lack of education or understanding of the matter. Yeah,
That's all.
people need to educate themselves, or parents need to educate their
People need to be educated. Like I feel like because the school doesn't teach enough. They might say, look, we say, look,
Like don't be so close-minded. You should realize that you're not the only one.
It's not. It's like say, okay, we had like the Vibe Festival a couple months ago. I don't remember what, and like people just showed like
It was a really nice system.
it was a really nice festival. I really enjoyed it.
But which like teaches.
It's about
But yeah, like after that, one of my classmates told me that that was the first time he ever had fun at an assembly, and he promised that he would never be racist to me again because he actually enjoyed.
Yeah, like most people, like when they actually learn about something, they enjoy it.
Here,
Like they actually enjoy it. They understand what a thing is. Like when I was in the 4th grade, I had this like a little celebration after Ramadan because like I fasted the entire month. So I made the celebration for my fellow classmates where I brought some like traditional foods, played some music, we watched a movie. And, like they actually enjoyed
Which movie?
what?
Which?
Like I don't. It was in the 4th grade. I saw.
oh, and of course,
it's
if you haven't listened to episode 2, you can listen to us discuss racism in movies and diversity.
Yeah.
No, that was episode 1.
Oh, episode 1.
So, sorry. Yeah, and like when they actually learned about it, they enjoyed it. It's like, oh my god, wow! I thought you guys just like ate like a camel or a goat. And
Actually, like when I was younger, I actually was racist to a lot of different cultures until like I grew up and I learned about them. Like, hey, this isn't actually so bad.
it's not funny. It's like yeah, it's not funny. Or like when you actually learn about a religion, like you or like not religion.
Yeah, I'm definitely, whenever I learn about a new religion or whenever I do more research into religion, I'm very interested. It's so
Yeah, I wasn't religion.
Yeah, so like in 5th grade, we had to do a project about a religion and like make a whole presentation about
And
it.
we also got like a big tray of.
Do you know which religion?
Yeah,
I did Buddhism.
I also did
Buddhism and Hinduism.
Islam, and
I mean, my parents are both Hindu, but like I'm more agnostic, so I actually did learn some stuff from doing that project.
like when people actually learn about stuff, they actually forget. Like they find racism like something that's useless. Like most people that are like racist to me, but I show them.
Yeah, I mean, like people fear what they do not understand.
Or also like met some people, they don't like do direct racism, but they do like, oh my god, you guys don't eat for an entire month? How are you not dead? Oh, my little brother can't do that. Like there's just like the random ass things like that come up to me. They always ask like the weird questions. Like they always ask the weird questions about religion. I like because I'm Muslim. Like that's like
Wait, Oscar, did you ask that question?
I did.
Yeah.
Before I went educated my belief.
yeah. You were lied to like how would you guys not eat for an entire month? Don't you die?
My one,
I mean, like that.
my one,
It wasn't that bad, but it's just
that
like
bad.
really
I was stating how I wouldn't survive.
Yeah, or like just saying to me, you can't look at girls, right? You can't sit next to a girl. You're burned in hell, of course. Yeah, like
You said I didn't know.
not you, not
I wouldn't say.
not.
Like, so maybe it's like some people who may not understand. Could you explain how you survive without a month?
We don't eat, we don't like.
What is Ramadan?
So Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and it's when Muslims they like so they learn to appreciate what they have for themselves, like so they feel like what a poor person feels. So we don't eat from the morning prayer, which is like around like this year it's gonna be 4 a.m. until when the sun goes down, which is like around 6 p.m. ish. So that's what we do. So like this year, it's
So like at night you can eat.
yeah. So at night you don't and drink. Like it's
Just fasting.
it's just like it's like intermittent fasting. It's just you don't drink water. Like it's
You can drink water at night, right?
you drink water at night. And usually we don't like go entirely without like starving. Like usually we might wake up like an hour or so minutes before. We have to start fasting. Like we might eat something, we might pray.
And like people who can't do that, like who are sick or
Yeah, like people are sick.
children, pregnant.
Children, sick people, traveling people, pregnant women.
When you're on your period as well, I think.
Yeah, when you're on your period, you can't fast also. And all those people.
Because like, I think it really helps when you like eat junk food on your period.
Yeah, like these people have the exception because they are not feeling well.
But they have to make it up.
Yeah, but they have to make it up later. Like, and it's normal. Like, it's not like it's based on how how much you can do. You're like men men have to pass all 30 days, except if you're sick one day or like you just physically can you're gonna feel like you're gonna pass out. You can
Take a sip.
yeah. But if you do it by accident, like you just. I've done it before, like if I had taken by accident, like literally an accident, not
You didn't realize.
yeah, I didn't realize what I was doing. It's actually a sign from Allah. He does that to you because he feels like you're gonna feel sick. Like it's actually normal. Like if you drink by accident or eat by accident, that's okay. It happens to everyone. Like it's Quran because like also the Prophet ﷺ, he also did that when he was fasting. Okay.
So do we have any more submissions we can talk about?
Fine.
Okay, we'll give him a minute to find them.
I would like one thing. Can you tell me, because you've been at school like for
Yeah, since I was 3.
yeah. So I would like to hear what you have experienced, because like you're like
Um,
Indian.
yeah,
So like I just want to hear like what you've experienced, because you like a lot of Hindu stereotypes, like those are some teacher school like
yeah, like even like some of my close friends would do like stereotypes. They wouldn't realize like what they were doing was like actually hurting me. Like, I mean, I don't think it was that offensive, but it just felt weird to me that they would do that knowing I was there. I felt really weird about it. And then when I told them about it, though, like, they stopped doing it and they promised they wouldn't do it. Like, you know, Indian accents or like singing or, you know.
I hate to interrupt, but I have a quote.
Great.
This quote is also from an anonymous student at DIS, and they say, yes, once while shopping, a lady was yelling at a boy with a different skin tone than her to put the sweets he took back because she thought he was planning to steal them. And that could connect back to school, because the lady who was yelling at the boy probably has children. Those children have the same views as her. They go to school. They also inflict the racism on another boy or girl with skin.
It's bad. It's passed down. Maybe most people, like maybe a parent,
Yeah,
have a conversation.
Generation.
Most people,
and the children listens and they go back.
most people's or children's political views, or all with like teenagers' political views, are heavily influenced by their parents.
For a long time. Yeah.
And it doesn't mean the person is a bad person if they were to have a different.
They're not educated. Yeah, like we mentioned before, they're not
They're just not
educated.
And that's what schools need to change.
Like I feel like maybe like because if you have like frequent assemblies, he'll maybe one time maybe we should make like a religion night. Maybe we can have like the sports hall.
Yeah,
Like it's
definitely. I think we should educate them, not just with a like you said, doing something cooler, not just a presentation.
maybe
No one
maybe
listens
you and people learn about it themselves.
But I think it's like important for people to like understand how it feels.
Like,
But I do think it gets taught at school. We haven't been taught it yet because you learn about Islam in grade 10. Sure. It's just higher in the higher grades. They learn more about it.
But then I think it's also, you should start teaching it in lower grade, because when people are racist to you as a kid, I think that sticks more than when you're an adult.
yeah, because when you're an adult, you know how to like defend yourself. But when you're a kid, you just feel unprotected.
Yeah.
So maybe let's do one more before you guys leave, and I'll interview the other anonymous student who will be here live.
Yes, there's this quote. Yes, on our local playground near my home, a little boy, maybe 5 or 6, with dark skin and curly hair, tripped over a rock, and the little girl, maybe 4 or 5, wanted to rush over and help him. The mother, however, stopped the little girl and said in German, "We don't help people like him." That's definitely also influenced. The child's political views will be influenced by the mother.
So like I can't imagine like how she would think that. Like it's a little kid, and you're actively telling your own child not to help them simply because of the color of their skin. I mean, it's twisted.
Yeah.
Because it's a child. I mean, like adults, they can be good or bad, and maybe that like influences your views based on their skin color. But a child has done nothing wrong yet for you to dislike them that much.
Yeah, childs are just gonna like they're just immigrants.
It's just taken too lightly.
Yeah.
Especially in our school.
Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, would you guys like to go now? And then the anonymous student will come in.
Yeah, the end. We have an interview with an anonymous student set up.
Okay, well. Okay,
Thank
you guys can leave now. Bye. Now for episode 3, we also have a DIS student who have chosen to remain anonymous. But they are open to sharing some of their experiences because they have also attended a German public school as well as DIS, so they can provide insight and compare them. So how about you start with talking about how it was different in your public school in Germany, in Dresden, and how it is now? what are some things that happened there and some things that happened here?
You like racism? What?
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely my German school. Well, I went to a gymnasium and primary school, and in the primary school, it was definitely like it was really people were like really racist. You know, because also I think it's just where my school was located wasn't a like very local neighborhood. It was like where all of the families were like traditional German families, where they were kind of like narrow-minded and stuff. However, in my gymnasium, it was like better and nobody was racist, and it was way more inclusive. But when I came to CIS, it's kind of ironic that it's an international school, like everybody should be, included and it should be and stuff, but I think at the same time, CIS is also better to students. They behave in a very racist way sometimes, but they don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I think that's like the difference. Mainly like the teachers, like in German public schools, American secondary health, they still don't really care about racism stuff. But here, like if they hear blatantly being said in front of them, like while they have the classroom attention, they probably say something really quick. But they actually don't really do much, which I'm not so fond of. But a lot of like racist things happen like behind the scenes, like for teachers don't hear.
Yeah, well, in German schools, it's a bit weird. Well, at the same time, it depends what school you go to and who goes in. It really depends. And either, like, I think what teachers say is when they hear something really racist, then they do speak up about it. They do, like, talk to the student and they really get in trouble.
Here?
Not in terms.
What are they don't do that here?
Yeah, the one I went to, but it's there's probably also German schools when they don't hear next year. I don't know.
A favorite teacher that was racist too?
Oh yes. But that's sort of the reason why I switched to DIS. It was because my main class teacher in my gymnasium that I went to
Was like your advisor.
Well, in German schools, you have class teachers that teach most of the subjects. It's like
No, we had bilingual teachers.
Yeah, well, it was she was an old lady. She was quite old, and then she grew up in like a very small German town. I'm not saying that everyone from a small German town is like abundant, but that's just how she was. And she was very racist to me. She gave me bad grades because, like, for example, on tests, people with like a really pale skin and my German friends, they, for example, they have like the same thing as me the test, but it's the little worst grade. Or, once when I had a parent-teacher meeting with my teacher, she asked me if I get beaten up at home or if I experience any like violence or like very stereotypical things, like things that are like German stereotypical for like a dark-skinned family. And I was really standardized. We were like, no, I don't get beaten up. Everything's perfect at home. And then she didn't believe me. She was like, you can tell if your parents are abusive. I know that people from your country are like that. And then I was really shocked that I felt like.
So was that like your first time hearing like stereotypes?
Well, I've seen it in also TV shows and movies and even news articles and stuff. But that was the first time someone had applied it to me. And I felt really, like, kind of embarrassed that people see people from my country like that. And it was, like, really not nice.
Did anything else happen at primary school? Because you mentioned that it was worse than it.
In primary school, I experienced a lot of it. I learned a lot of racism, but I never realized it was racist until, like, later. But now, I well, like, one of the biggest things I remember is when I was doing a group project in fourth grade with like 2 other guys, and they were like, one of them met and they asked me where I was from because they didn't know what to know because I was Spanish at the time, and then I told them where I'm from, and then he said, well, when I say it's from Africa, I asked him why. And then he just started laughing. He thought it was so hilarious and funny that he thought I was from Africa, which made no sense. And then he was like, yeah, but all people with that weird cat skin, they're all from Africa because they have darker skin. And was chocolate was really, thought it was the funniest thing ever. And then I told it I'm not actually kind of, then I started to cry because he called my skin ugly and weird, and because he stared and generalized people, and I think that was very weird. Well,
Something like that also happened at DIS.
yeah, it's something so that. Just in difference to the primary school, a teacher did something about it, but in DIS, basically what happened in DIS was like, I was in a group chat with somebody of my with some people I used to be sort of friends with who were class, and then they started to make jokes randomly about my skin color, and they described it as like green, hungry, and then they called me Secret Strike or Grinch, and I didn't take it seriously at first because it really was all jokes and we were friends, so it was fine. But then they started making it even more extreme and started to make jokes about other things about me and other things in the island. And it really went too far, and then obviously I didn't consider them my friends anymore, and then I also left the group chat because it was too much. And then they messaged me privately and they were like, why did you leave the chat? Like, we were just joking, you seemed to look too seriously you're being a baby, and then I over no, in part-rank sharings, you were really basic in those things. And yeah, that very odd feeling.
What about, like, how does this breakup affect you, like, mentally? And you, like, when you were a kid?
I know, well, when I was a kid, I was late on to come back. When I was a kid, basically, I had a lot of subconscious thoughts, and one of the, yeah, also related to this, it was that when I was, like, in the second grade, there was a, you could take different time here. I was rather taking the second grade. I was letting I can, right? And we don't have trees.
But you don't have to break it up. You don't have to say much if you're comfortable breaking it.
Yeah, right, we can see it such. And I lost my hands, and I watched it with a bunch of stuff, and and he said much soap as I could, and I loved it, and I had to really hard, and the reason why I did this is because I thought that if I wash my skin and rub it as hard as I could with clean products, it will make my skin lighter, and then I put the paint on, you were kind of like reach the color and you go.
How old were you?
Paint, second. And obviously it didn't work, but I remember being really disappointed that it didn't work. And I think it's really sad looking back. It started switching emotion.
Did you feel self-conscious about anything else?
Oh, random things. For example, so sort of one of the big issue. I would my parents would always pack me like traditional like culture food for lunch, and when I was obviously it was different from what the other generations in my class had. They had like bread with like stuff on it, like the average things that people have. Should have been scared. Cheese. And I had things like rice with like chicken and those things. And I thought it was really yummy, so I was about to school. And then when I opened my lunchbox, it was smelled it because it was very strong. And then they asked me what it is, and I told them I told them it was rice chicken, and then they said, oh, that smells disgusting, it looks disgusting, you're so cute, why are you eating that? It's so weird. And instead of speaking up for myself and telling them, like, that I read this food and I got shamed out, I was like, that, like, I was pretending to like that food and to eat that food inside. To eat that food, and I was like, yeah, it was really sad that I did that. The other thing that I remember was a year, and when I come from the people who usually have dark and curly hair, whereas I'm a external person, like many people generally have like blonde and straight hair, and I was really jealous of those kids because all of the popular girls had straight blonde hair. Again, this was only by high school. And then I would search up on YouTube and social media like how to bleach hair without bleach, like how to like actually how to like straighten hair and make it less frizzy when it's curly naturally, without chemicals and stuff. Then I'd always try to convince my mom to take it to the hairdresser to bleach my hair or stuff, where you could just change it to any other color than brown or dark brown. Even bright brown was good enough for me back then. And then my mom always told me, don't do that, it's really unhealthy for your hair, and you're gonna regret it when you're older, but you're gonna want your natural hair color back. I'm glad that she didn't let me really try to learn anything like that, because I think my hair is good and like yeah, but
Do you still ever feel like insecure about certain things like that, like today?
not today.
Yeah, because like now you're talking in the past that you were really proud.
Because I speak this on and on. Although recently I'd still gotten up into the days where I used to straighten my hair, like so much to the point I got fried and I had to chop a little of it off. And yeah, that's just really sad that that came back to me. But I think now I'm starting to accept that my hair is not thin and straight, and I'm really embracing the biggest fruit. Sorry. Okay. Like culture. Yeah.
Do you feel connected to your culture?
No. Oh, that's another aspect to talk about. Basically, half German, half other half like Middle Eastern, and I feel like I'm very much connected to my German half way more than my Middle Eastern half.
So you've lived in Germany your whole life? Yeah.
Also, that's also why I think everything that we talked about, it like builds up to the point, like it builds it on each other, and then I think it's wide, and I feel like also because I feel very disconnected from my culture, because also I barely speak the language, like my country, and I always speak German and English, and I wish I could know some basics, videos of them at the Sana, she's my teacher, Mr. Liam. she's great. Anyway, if you're not, they didn't get it. They didn't get the one. She's, yeah, so I only got some basics, like hello, my name is, how are you and stuff. But I wish I could speak as fluently as I can in English. I wish I was more connected. I wish I could pronounce words, but I wish I didn't have a German accent in my talk my language because it feels very embarrassing. Also, when I go to my country, like once a year or so, I feel very embarrassed that I don't speak the language. Also because to my family back in my country, I look very white. I look too Western, but I'm going to talk German. Yes, but I changed it over time. They ask me like, you're so clear, why don't you do the tan? You have to go out in the sun or stop going to Sanskrit. Or they tell me like, oh, you're way too skinny, let's eat more because the beauty standards are different. Like here, you have to be like, it's ideal to be like skinny and pale and stuff, but where I'm from, tan skin and the curly figure is like very pretty. Also long, curly black hair, it's like so opposite from here. And then it's like, you're not good enough, and they're not good enough, but I just feel really disconnected from my culture. It's really sad. I wish I could be more connected.
Do you feel proud of your culture ever?
Yeah, enjoying. Yes, because I'm so disconnected, I feel like it's a bit cheesy for me to admit that I'm proud of my country, but then proud to be signing there. Because I'm so disconnected, I feel like it's very ironic. But
I feel like it's wrong to say that you're from there because you don't feel connected.
yeah, I feel like it's because I feel like, they don't have anything to do with it anymore, and I think it's really sad. And it's like, yeah, but I'm still but I am proud to be from my country because I think it's a very cool country.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I hope that maybe we can get you back on this show. I hope that your words have an interesting show to listeners.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.